Have you ever struggled with setting exact departure dates for your tours? Maybe your guests keep asking when the next trip is available, or worse, they try to book on a date that isn't actually running. If that sounds familiar, this video is for you. In today's video, I'm going to walk you through the Trip Fixed Starting Dates add-on, one of the most powerful tools you can use to manage bookings on your travel website. With this add-on, you can set specific dates and time slots when your trips can be booked, define the number of available seats per date, and even automate daily, weekly, monthly, or yearly recurring trips, so everything runs on your schedule without the back and forth. Before we get started, make sure you have the Fixed Starting Dates Pro add-on installed and activated on your website. Once that's done, let's dive right in. From your WordPress dashboard, go to WP Travel Engine and click on Settings. Then open the Extensions tab and select Fixed Starting Dates from the drop-down. Right now, we are inside the General tab. First, you will see the option called Fixed Starting Dates section title. This allows you to change the title that appears above the departure dates on your trip page. By default, it says Join our fixed trip starting date. But you can easily replace this with something that fits your brand better, like Available Departure Dates or Choose Your Trip Date. Now, just below that, you will find the Skip Date selection in Booking Modal option. When you turn this on, customers will skip the date selection step inside the booking pop-up. Let me explain how this works. Go ahead and enable the toggle and click Save Settings. Then visit the front end of your website. Open any trip, scroll down to the Departure Dates section, and click Book Now next to any available date. As you can see, the booking pop-up opens, and it does not ask the customer to select the date again. It automatically moves them to the next step. This can make the booking process faster. However, in most cases, it is better to keep this turned off. Now, let's move to the next setting called Show FSD below the banner. This controls where your departure dates appear on the trip page. When this is enabled, the Fixed Starting Dates section shows clearly below the main trip content. It is turned on by default, and that is usually the best option. Next, you will see the Trip Expiry Settings section. This is especially helpful if you run limited time trips. We have a separate detailed tutorial explaining how to set trip expiry dates step by step, so make sure to watch that video as well. Once you've configured all of these settings, click Save Settings to apply your changes. Now that your global setup is ready, let's move on to setting fixed departure dates for an individual trip. Go to Trips and open the trip where you want to add fixed departure dates. Click Edit. Once you're in the trip editor, navigate to the Pricing and Dates section. You can either create a new pricing package or use an existing one. I'll select an existing package and click Edit Pricing and Dates, then go to the Dates tab. Here, you can click on the date picker and select multiple specific dates, even from different months. You can also set date ranges for your dates, and your chosen dates will be added to the list. Now click on any of the dates you've added to expand its settings. You'll find the following options. The first option is the starting date. You can update or change this particular date at any time directly from here. Next is total seats. You may have already set a default seat count in the general settings of this trip, which applies the same number of seats across all dates. But if a specific date has fewer available spots, you can override it right here and set a different seat count just for that date. Then you have the availability label, where you can indicate the booking status for this date. We have a dedicated tutorial video for availability labels, so make sure to check that out in the description box below. For the add time and repeat date options, we'll be covering those in a separate tutorial video as well, so stay tuned for that. Now let's go to the Date Settings tab. Here you'll find some additional settings that apply specifically to this individual trip. The first option is the section title. This works similarly to the global section title we set earlier, but this one overrides it for this specific trip only. So if you want a different title for this particular trip's departure dates section, you can enter it here. Next is the Hide Fixed Trip Starts Dates section. By default, this is enabled, which means the fixed starting date section will only appear in its standard position further down the page. When you disable this toggle, the section will show up in two places, at the top just below the trip title and also in its usual position below. For now, I'll leave this enabled. As for the trip expiry date, we have a dedicated tutorial video for that, so make sure to check it out via the link in the description box below. And for excluded dates, we'll be covering that in a separate upcoming video, so stay tuned for that. Once you've configured everything, click Save, and let's preview the trip page. Let's take a look at everything we set up and see how it all comes together for your visitors. First, you'll notice the section title we customized is now displayed right above the departure dates, exactly as we typed it in the global settings. You'll see all the fixed departure dates we added are now listed and visible to your visitors. Scrolling down, only the dates you specifically set are showing, keeping everything clean and organized. You'll also notice the seat availability displayed on each date. Since we set a default seat count in the general settings of this trip, most dates will show the same number of available spots. However, for the one date where we overrode the seat count, you can see it's showing a different number, exactly as we configured it individually for that specific date. The availability label we selected is also showing up clearly. Now, let me quickly walk you through the booking flow from a customer's perspective. When a visitor clicks Book Now, they'll see only the available departure dates we configured. They can select their preferred date and click Continue to proceed to checkout. Clean, simple, and exactly what your customers need to book with confidence. And that's a complete walkthrough of the WP Travel Engine Fixed Starting Dates add-on. Your travel website is now fully set up to give your customers a clear and professional booking experience. If you have any questions or run into any issues along the way, drop them in the comments below. You can also reach out to our support team directly, and I've added a link to create a support ticket in the description box below. If this video helped you, please give it a thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe so you never miss a new WP Travel Engine tutorial. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.